Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.
Yes, good morning everyone. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 9th August 2021. Okay, so let us see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Yes, so these are the important articles. Most of the articles, they were not relevant to our examination. Some inputs we will take today from the Hindu newspaper, especially for mains examination. Let us take overview of all these articles first. Scope of RBI's monetary policy to spur economic growth. On page number 6, there is one article. It is talking about recent let's say the monetary policy committee review, bi-monthly review, and how this is, let's say, relevant to the role of RBI or monetary policy to spur the economic growth in India. Okay, so GS3 paper economy part, we have to take input from this editorial. Then shutting down of old coal power plants. So this is also important, especially related to economy part, GS3 paper, energy security, and at the same time environment section, as we are talking about the coal-fired thermal power plants. Okay, so on page number 6, this particular article is relevant to economy as well as environment section. Fine. So this particular article, it talks about instead of phasing out older thermal power plants, let them continue for some period of time by installing the emission reducing devices. Okay, so such pollution control devices can be installed and they may be continued for further 5 to 10 years. This is how it is going to be cost effective major solution, the writer is saying here. Then Putin to join Modi in UNSC debate on maritime security. Okay, so as the August month, India is presiding over the presidency of UNSC, and in that 3 meetings will be organized by India, and one of this is today only on maritime security, a case for cooperation. Okay, so here Russian President Vladimir Putin is also going to participate. So it is talking about that. Also there is one article, it is talking about Afghanistan on page number 6. Okay, so that is actually providing the information about the past, largely the story of USSR, how USSR invaded Afghanistan in 1980s, 1990s, what happened. The same case is happening with US. This is correlating with that. Okay, so not much relevant to at present development, but you should be aware about the past that USSR also invaded the earlier Afghanistan at that time during 1980s so as to reduce the terrorist activities from Afghanistan. Okay, so now also the same thing happened with US, and US is also withdrawing. That time USSR also withdrawn from the soil of Afghanistan. Specifically prelims related developments, wildfires ravage Evia, the Greek island. So this is Evia island on the Greece country. So yes, Greece and Italy, basically they are facing the wildfires because of heat wave this year. This is important example from geography and environment perspective, the impact of climate change, global warming, extreme weather events, how they are impacting different parts of the world. Okay, and lastly, another important development, COVID-19 related development, Covishield and Covaxin mix gives better protection, says ICMR. So one of the study that was conducted on 18 such patients in UP which were accidentally given the combination of 2 vaccines. So it is being said that it provides more immunity, better protection against new variants like Delta variant. So we'll look into that study also. Okay, so let us go into details of all these articles. First, tightrope walk on page number 6, the editorial. It is talking about recent bi-monthly MPC review, monetary policy committee review that happened, and the policy rates were kept same, as well as the stance, monetary policy stance, that is accommodative, this is continued. However, this time the unanimous decision was not there. Among 6 members, 1 member dissented about this stance especially. Okay, so let us understand about the latest policy announcement. So here the policy rates like repo rates, reverse repo rates, it is talking about this. Why this kept same? It were not reduced because of increase in inflation. So inflation is continuously in and around 6% or moving above 6% now. Retail inflation we are talking about. You should be understanding the basics about the role of monetary policy. Role of monetary policy, largely the main role is to contain the inflation in the economy, and along with that to support the economic growth, taking some measures. Okay, so this policy objectives are balanced from time to time. However, in last 2 years, since the new governor has taken its position of RBI, so he is taking this particular stance of reducing the interest rates or policy rates, we can say, so as to help for the economic growth. How it will help economic growth? Because of credit creation. Because of credit creation, reduced interest rates will help in credit growth in the economy, and then there will be investment, private investment in the economy. Okay, so that's why such measures are taken to help the growth. However, for this, because of this, there is also increase in money supply in the economy, and because of that, inflation may further increase. Okay, so there should be balance continuously taken, and MPC has the statutory goal to control the inflation within this range, 4% plus or minus 2%. So upper range is 6%, lower range is 2%. Now the inflationary pressures are going beyond 6%, and therefore RBI has limited scope to reduce further the interest rates. Okay, so this is the present situation about latest announcement regarding this. So yes, stability in inflation rate fosters credibility of monetary policy framework and augurs well for anchoring inflation expectations. So from this we can understand that whenever the RBI or central bank is able to control the inflation in the economy, this increases the credibility of the regulatory body, that is central bank. At the same time, it ensures that whatever the investment that is being done by the private sector is, we can say, trusting the situation. Okay, whenever there are fluctuations and there is scope of increase in inflation, the private investment will come down. Okay, so this is very important for the overall stability in the economy. So what are the present bright spots in the economy? So yes, RBI governor has said that there is increasing recovery of economy, especially after second wave, end of second wave. So there is increasing in recovery, especially in service sector as well as in manufacturing sector. Earlier service sector rebounded, but now slowly manufacturing sector is also rebounding. Okay, so this is good thing. However, what is hurting at present, the challenges to this growth? First thing, we should understand that increase in inflation, this is not good, especially for poor people. Okay, though we can understand that some kind of high level of inflation is good for creditors, debtors, or we can say those corporates who are taking that money or loans. However, we should understand that there is already low demand in the economy. There is already low demand in the economy. This is the major concern, major challenge. How to spur this demand? This is the major challenge. Unless and until there is more demand, the private institutes, private companies, they will not be taking loans from the banks because they do not have, let's say, avenues to invest further expanding into their capacities. Already their inventories are lying idle. They have not sold the earlier manufactured goods, and therefore they do not have avenues to further invest in expanding the capacities and produce, because low demand is there. So the focus here should be increasing demand and controlling inflation. For this purpose also you should understand that the fuel prices, this is also hurting, and here the role of monetary policy is not, let's say, that much relevant, but the role of fiscal policy, that means reducing the taxes by the central government, especially cess and excise duty. So this becomes the important role of government here. Okay, so in this manner we have to overcome the challenges here. So in conclusion, what we can say, RBI may have to start normalizing rates if it wants to avoid undermining its own credibility by delaying steps to rein in inflation. So in future, if suppose inflation continues to remain above 6%, then RBI has to increase the interest rates in future. Okay, so controlling inflation is a major target, major objective of RBI as a monetary policy objective, and therefore if the inflation levels remains high, it has to increase the interest rates in future. Okay, so in this manner we should understand the recent monetary policy announcement bi-monthly review. Any question here? Okay. Now moving on to next, revisit the idea of aging out India's coal plants. Now this is new issue. You should also understand that energy mix of India at present, broadly, let me tell you about especially coal sector. So coal, dependence on coal, we are reducing it. At present it has reduced to around 53%. Total energy production in the country, from that the source coal 53%, earlier it was more than 65%, 70% also. It is continuously reducing because we are focusing on renewable energy and its share has increased. Renewable energy resources, it has increased to around 35%. Okay, so this is the recent data we can say, and remember about this can be used in examination also. Further, if again updated data is there, then we can discuss that also. This is up to 2019. This is the data in 2019. Okay, standard data given by Ministry of Renewable Energy itself. Fine. Now let us understand the problems with coal power plants. Okay, we know that the major concern here about the thermal coal power plants is increase in environment pollution. Okay, increase in environment pollution. So here we can say that first thing, air pollution, major concern. Second, you can also talk about thermal pollution of water bodies, rivers, streams. Okay, so what happens in thermal power plants? The water is used as, let's say, both for steam production as well as coolant. Okay, and whatever the hot water is there, warm water, that is again left into the ocean body if they are coastal plants, or the river body. Largely the thermal power plants are always installed near the source of water, because water is very important component of these power plants. Okay, so for that purpose, this is increasing the thermal pollution, automatically it is impacting, we can say, the ecology of that water body. Air pollution is major concern. We can see that because of coal fired power plants, major pollutants are coming out here, CO, CO2, sulfur dioxide, NOx also. Okay, so major source of these pollutants is again thermal power plants. Now what are the advantages of phasing out older thermal power plants? Try to understand, as they age, as these power plants age, there is more pollution, because we can understand simply if we are looking at the older vehicles, you can understand the kind of pollution they are doing. The older vehicles, their exhaust, huge amount of pollutants are coming out. Why? The technology is older, the machine has, let's say, if it is without maintenance, then again it is wearing out continuously, the engine has also worn out, and because of that the fuel efficiency reduces. Okay, so more and more fuel is burnt and therefore more pollution. The major reason is more fuel burnt and therefore more pollution. So fuel efficiency is less in the older, we can say, power plants, and that's why the major problem is happening. So advantages of shutting down of older power plants is, first thing we can say that there will be increase in efficiency with the help of new power plants. New power plants will be established with new technology and they will be consuming less fuel, therefore we can say fuel efficiency. Okay, so whatever we are talking here, it is talking about fuel efficiency, right? And then we can say that there is reduced emissions for air pollution. Third thing, we can also say that it is going to increase the cost saving in long term. In long term, it is going to save the cost here. So in this manner, we can say that this is economical approach. So environment protection as well as the economical approach, shutting down of old coal power plants. Now we should understand that benefits from the shutting down of coal plants, though there are benefits, but we should understand that there are some, let's say, cost benefit analysis. Let us do cost benefit analysis of phasing out of older coal power plants. So here, first thing you should understand that some of the older power plants are economical. Okay, for example, in UP, Rihand, Singrauli, these power plants are economical. They produce the power at very lower rate, even lower than the average in the country. Okay, so for them we can understand that phasing out these older power plants is not economical for overall, we can say, energy security of the country. So why these are, let's say, producing power at less cost? Because generally they are located near source material. For example, either they are located near, we can say, coal reserves, or we can say water resources. Okay, so generally they are located near coal reserves, and therefore the transportation cost is reduced. And because of that, the power production cost is also reduced, overall cost. So this is good thing. So from the cost, we can understand this thing. At the same time, if we install the pollution reducing devices, pollution control devices on these older, we can say, coal power plants, this is going to be much economical as compared to phasing out this, because installing new power plants is going to, let's say, we are needed to invest more in those plants as compared to installing the pollution control devices on these older plants. Okay, so instead of creating new capacity which may not be used in future. Why? Because in future we are going to reduce the dependence on coal itself. We are focusing on renewable energy sources. So up to that point, why don't we use the economical aspect of older power plants and continue for next 5, 10 or 15 years whenever we find it economical? Okay, so in this manner the cost benefit analysis. So at present, if we are phasing out all the older, let's say beyond 25 years of age coal power plants, then we are going to save only 2% of total cost of annual power production. Okay, so this is not that much cost effective proposal, and therefore instead of installing new power production or coal power plants, such older power plants can be continued until and unless we can say that they are reached to certain points which are not at all, we can say, economical as well as harming the environment at very high level. For example, if we are considering the power plants which are located near Delhi region, okay, so near Delhi in NCR, so in UP there is Dadri power plant is there, or we can say that some of the polluting power plants, thermal power plants which are older ones, and every year that is creating problem in Delhi and NCR region, increase in pollution level, they can be phased out. So locating these power plants and phasing out them is beneficial, economical, rather than using blanket ban here. Okay, so basically we should understand that though the stringent norms are put for the pollution norms are put on the thermal power plants by the Environment Ministry, however, if we install such pollution control devices, then again we can continue with this older coal powered plants for some period of time in future. Okay, so in this manner we should understand. So what are the risks? When we are say risk, we are talking about economical risk. Okay, in terms of cost. Okay, so shutting down them will be basically increasing the cost, and this is not economical proposal. Okay, in this manner we should understand, and way forward here you should focus on continuing the power plants, older power plants for some period of time, and installing the pollution control devices so as to reduce the emissions also. Sorry? Yes, any question?
Sir, in the nuclear technology, why the discussion of establishing the new coal power plant? This is a small doubt.
Yes. Earlier we discussed about nuclear technology.
Prior establishment of nuclear power plant, then why are we again behind establishing new coal power plant?
Yes, first of all you should understand that there are some concerns of safety. Always the concerns are there regarding the safety of nuclear power plants. Okay, so the first concern, the people are not at all, let's say, accepting the nuclear power plants. Already the proposals are in line. We know about the Jaitapur power plant, we know about the new installments at Kudankulam. Okay, so protests are continuously there, and we are not, let's say, 100% sure about the safety. At the same time, we are also concerned about, let's say, the cyber attacks on nuclear establishments. We have seen about in the Kudankulam how that cyber attack happened, and this was accepted by the establishment, right? And the terrorist activities, again that becomes the problem for security, right? So from all these aspects there are some concerns, but if we have look at the thermal power plants, coal power plants, so they are 100%, let's say, safe, or we can say safe bet in terms of energy production. And if you are aware about the new technologies that are being developed in coal fired thermal power plants, the efficient technology is being developed, which is fuel efficient and reduced emissions. Okay, so in this manner we are focusing, but again the long term objective for energy production in the country is reducing the dependence on the coal. But immediately to fuel our economy, we need coal. We need coal powered thermal plants. Okay, so on immediate basis we are focusing on that.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one more. Compared to coal and nuclear power plants, in nuclear power plants we are unable to control on certain stage if any has been problem occurred on inside of. That is the major drawback of Japan.
Yes, yes,
That's why the more of the people will not able to support that one.
yes, yes.
Technical-
So basically we are talking about the safety that the incident that happened, Fukushima Daiichi incident in Japan 2011. So even the scientists, they were also not able to control what happened in the power plant. Later on they have to evacuate all the nearby regions continuously. Okay, so that's why we are concerned about nuclear power. Unless and until there is demonstration of safe technology, nuclear technology, will not focus on expanding our capacity in that area. Okay, so yes, a similar question, old coal power plants which are major contributors to emissions should be shut down. Examine the proposal. Whenever we are saying examine, we should give the benefits, advantages, we should talk about the challenges and the way forward. Okay, so here you can talk about the Paris Agreement commitments, INDCs, that we have to focus on reducing the emissions. So these are the benefits. We talked about the benefits, talk about the challenges, energy security. The focus should be on meeting the energy demand of the economy and balancing it with the environment protection. Okay? Yes.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Sir, by scheduling of all power plants, it will be one of the major loss to the employee sector as well as the unemployment will be increased. Why don't we need to maintain as a reserve power source to the electricity to the nation, sir?
Reserve power?
Reserve power plants as a, they need to only maintain, they will not able to run on a reserve source. Reserve source is only, they will use only when the renewable source, solar or wind power is not able to come in sufficiently. At the time they will be generating, but they will not able to maintain that much of maintenance on power plant.
No, they will not be able to maintain. Okay, so actually power plant should be running continuously, otherwise maintenance increases. Okay, so this is
Only maintenance charges will be only burden, sir. Remaining all are, it will be give the good results on an emergency situation, sir.
yes, that can be used, that is not the problem. Understand that already there is the fluctuations in the demand of the power. In certain states there is surplus, in other states there is deficit. Okay, so basically the kind of, let's say, fluctuations that we have in the demand as well as supply, this is the major problem. We are surplus country at present also, but what is problem is in some areas of the country there is surplus, in some areas there is deficit. So this should be focused first by the government, right? Yes. Putin to join Modi in UNSC debate today. So we are talking about the India being the president for this month of UNSC, and India is going to organize 3 such meetings in 3 areas of the security. Which are these 3 areas? Understand that the focus on 3 priorities: maritime security, counter-terrorism, peacekeeping. On these 3, there will be the government level meetings, virtual meetings. So first one today, international peace and security, maintenance of international peace and security, enhancing maritime security, a case for international cooperation. In this, Russian president is going to also participate. Further, other ministerial level meeting will be there: threats to international peace and security caused by terrorist acts. And again, a ministerial level open debate on United Nations peacekeeping operations, technology and peacekeeping. So in this manner, we are going to proceed as a president, being the presidential country of this month in UNSC. Okay, so you should be aware about in which areas we are going to organize these debates, open dialogues. Fine. So maritime security we are focusing first. Okay. Hundreds flee home destroyed by wildfires ravage Greek island. Now I want you to locate this island in Mediterranean Sea. Everyone open atlas and locate this Eva island, just north of Athens, the capital of Greece. Okay, so Greece, Turkey, basically they have been let's say facing these devastating wildfires nearly 2 last weeks, as region suffered worst heat wave in decades. So extreme weather events because of global warming. Have you found Greece country? Okay, look at the political map of Europe. Political map of Europe, and there you will find the Greece adjoining to the Mediterranean Sea. Locate Athens, just northeast of Athens, you will find this Evia island. Okay, and there we are witnessing this wildfires continuously for last 2 weeks. Okay. So there we have vast areas of pine forest, cheer pine. So basically these are broad leaves forest of Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean type of climate, kind of vegetation we observe there. Okay, so you should be aware about this from geography perspective, the climate, vegetation of the region, and extreme weather events that are happening in the region because of heat wave. So heat wave in Canada, US, and now in Europe. This is resulting into the wildfires. Okay, yes. You can give this as an example in the extreme weather events, or the impact of extreme weather events that are happening because of global warming and climate change. Fine. Yes, Covishield Covaxin mix gives better protection, says ICMR study. This ICMR study was done on 18 people who inadvertently received Covishield as first dose and Covaxin as second. Okay, so they were studied and it compared the safety and immune response generated in them with that of individual who received both doses of the same vaccine. Okay, so from this we have understood that the neutralizing antibody response of the group which received 2 different vaccines was significantly higher compared to that groups that received 2 doses of same vaccine. Fortunately, I have received only 1 dose. In future, I may also think about this. Okay, so yes, more studies are required about this. Actually, this is very small sample. Whatever the study that is being done by the ICMR, throughout the world also, a very less number of such studies about the mix of 2 vaccines is done. Okay, so more data needs to be available, and then only it will be well established fact. Okay, so further peer review study or peer studies of this the research that is being done by ICMR at international level will be done, and then further we can gain more insights into this. Okay, you should be aware about COVID-19 vaccine related developments. So this is update to that. Fine. Yes.
Sir, also, I think we should also do some research for other vaccines. Like Angela Merkel and Bhutan's political leadership have also shown a way where they have taken Covishield and Moderna or other vaccines. So now Moderna is in the pipeline of getting vaccines in India for emergency vaccines.
Yes.
And Johnson J&J has got recently.
Yes. Emergency use approach.
They permitted it.
Yes.
So we can also mix and match with the other foreign, because there's an issue in Kerala High Court where a person has got 2 Covaxin shots, but he's
Yes.
environment or job
Yes.
so we can examine it
Yes.
further.
That's what I was telling you. Further studies are required, trials are required. Okay, now this is going to be the next level of clinical trials level studies, because vaccines are already developed. Now we have to focus on new variants. So whether the mix of these vaccines will overcome the or we can say give more antibodies against these new variants. So we have to find or give further research in this area now. At the same time, the topic you are saying, it is related to the the visa, vaccine visa we are focusing here, right? So vaccine passport, the concept that EU has come up with. So that is separate issue. We can understand that WHO has not given approval to Covaxin yet, and the many people are not able to visit other countries which have not approved, especially European countries. Okay, so in future they may approve, or in India, when those vaccines which are approved in those countries, when they are given in India, surely that is going to be helpful. Again, there are different, let's say, restrictions, challenges regarding these vaccines of Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, regarding that cold storage issue. Yesterday we learned about in ED lecture. Okay, they require sub-zero temperatures. So yes, though they will be allowed in the country, there, let's say, many less people will be taking those doses at initial stage.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
Sir, who is funding for this vaccine? Sir, initially they were available for 220 rupees per shot. Sir. Now, who is funding this? It's always free, right? Who is funding? Is it coming from PM CARES or from some other ministry is funding this?
Which one? Vaccine development?
Yes, sir. Vaccination, sir, not development, but vaccination.
Vaccination per? Yes, central government is funding. Central government is procuring all. Yes. What you are saying? From which fund it is going?
Yes, sir. It's from which fund?
Here, try to understand PM CARES fund. There is no directly mention about the procuring of these vaccines from PM CARES fund. Rather, PM CARES fund is whatever the decisions taken by the government is especially related to we can say that the development of the the virtual platform Arogya Setu, and such things were done through the PM CARES fund initially. Okay, now procuring vaccine is very, let's say, large fund is required. So that is directly taken from the consolidated fund. Okay, we know that in budget itself that was announced. Certain amount for vaccine procuring was announced directly.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, any other question? Okay, then let us stop. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. Yesterday's The Hindu newspaper, you will receive recorded video. Okay, thank you.
Contact us to avail the combo offer of General Studies and Public Administration optional with 20% discount.